Hello everybody, they call me Muse and I welcome you back to Hitman Freelancer and the Fresh Air Challenge. 47's already getting prepared for it out here on the docks. Because the goal today, as with the rest of this challenge, is to not do anything too sus whilst under any roofs or indoors in any buildings. We're trying to achieve all of our goals while staying out in the fresh air. Because fresh air is good for you. It's not so good for the syndicates that we're dealing with. But that's their problem, they shouldn't have done some bad crimes. Now, we're partway through level 3. We've got a couple of maps left, I think? Yeah. And then we'll be selecting our fourth and final batch. We have got Paris, France. We have got Hawke's Bay, New Zealand. Now, where would we want to go for a showdown? Paris could be tricky for a showdown, you know. It's like, a lot of it is indoors. Maybe we can creep around on balconies and whatnot to shoot people through windows. But, yeah, maybe we do a Hawke's Bay showdown. And we go to Paris first, and we deal with these challenges. Assault rifle kill, eliminate guards shotgun. Eliminate guards SMG. That's a lot of guards getting eliminated. Now that means we want a sawed-off shotgun. We need an assault rifle that's preferably silenced. So we've got that one. We need a little SMG that we can tuck into our pocket. That doesn't leave us a lot of space for other tools. But that's fine. We'll bring along a pistol. In case we need to take out any cameras or whatnot. And let's have a think. We can just about bring a lockpick and a seeker. Jolly good. Let's go to Paris and see what havoc we can cause. We haven't selected a prestige, have we? And they require additional equipment. What if we take Ice Pick Kill and we pick up our ice pick with its inventory size of 1, and then we replace our pistol with one that takes up less space, such as the old silver baller. Lovely. Now let's actually go to Paris. We're in the attic. That's indoors. Now we're technically outdoors. So, let us climb down. We'll leave our briefcase for the moment. Because we do need ourselves a disguise of some sort, one would imagine.
Please, no! Don't do that! Oh, the tone in your arm is excellent! Do you do CrossFit?
Yeah, we're a hard-working young hitman. We do all the exercises. And now that that's out of the way, let's grab his pants and stroll back up and grab our assault rifle. Nothing unusual about a regular everyday security guard roaming around with a high-powered assault rifle. I mean, technically we could keep it in the briefcase and throw the briefcase down now that we've knocked that guy out. Do we want the briefcase, or are we not first? Although there's another briefcase down here as well, isn't there? So, Now. We've also got shotgun and SMG challenges to complete. Do we want to shotgun this lad? That guy out there is probably going to hear it. But heck with it. Yeah, gunshot heard.
Hello? Anybody home? Someone is firing a weapon!
No, they're not.
Okay, you must...
We're not sus. We're just leaving, you know. Oh. There's a bodyguard. Novikov's around. Where are our targets anyway? One of them is in there. So that's in the little room that's next to the Sheik's bedroom. One of them might be outside? Yeah, one's out on the terrace. They might be an ice pick. job, and one of them is upstairs in the attic, maybe. How are we going to deal with them?
There is never enough security.
Well, let's see. We are outdoors once again. There's our target. We've got an assault rifle. Ah, someone's coming in to look for us. That's not ideal. But he's missed us, so maybe it's going to work out. He's going to bugger off again. Good. Now, we're outdoors. Target's indoors, but that's okay. We're outdoors, and that's the main thing. These balconies are going to be our saving grace throughout this mission, I feel. Now, second target roams in and out of the dining rooms. How are we going to deal with the upstairs guy? Now, there's definitely a bodyguard right at the back that we'd be able to take care of. So yeah, target number 2 comes outside every now and again. Maybe we can ice pick them from somewhere quiet? Or maybe we have to set off a fire alarm and get them out. But then how do we do that without going indoors? It's just standing about, having a drink. So yeah, possibly we could throw an ice pick from down here with some semblance of subtlety. Not a lot, but maybe some. Either way, let's go and pick off some isolated guards to get this shotgun challenge complete. I mean, here's a guy. He's next to a crate. So we can get away with that, right? Maybe we didn't even need to get in the crate. Maybe we could have just run. I'm not sure where those guards are coming from, though, that heard the shot over there. So yeah, we could have probably just carried on running. But now we're stuck in the crate. That's fine. We got time. We could potentially take him out now, but I think it's better to just be sensible and wait for him to start dragging the bod away. And then bugger off. Because the main reason I came out here was because there's a guard down here by the speedboat who should be out of everyone's earshot. That guy. Although, he may be heard by those guards over there. Are they buggering off? They are. Yeah, we got away with that. Good. Now, what sort of gun have you got? Assault rifle. That's a bit more ammo for our silence one. Although it's SMGs that we need to be working on now. But we've got a new outfit, which is nice. Here come a couple of guards who know that we're up to no good. But that's fine, because we've got...
Pacify the shit!
Shit. He got shot off. Okay, we took a guy down, that's the main thing. Everyone over here is kind of on alert, kind of not. But now, if we're going to throw an ice pick at that woman from somewhere, then we're going to want to take out guards that are over here.
Casualty here! I see the bald man!
No, you don't. No one sees the bald man. I mean, that guy sees the bald man, apparently.
Somebody get with me!
Right. Things have gone wrong. But we're limited in the number of people who have seen the bald man. So let's just wait a minute.
You know where he is!
See if we can get some health back.
I see! I'm getting confused!
Okay, we're going to clear out some guards this way. Maybe we need a pistola just to save a bit of ammo.
Target's turtled up! Sharpshooter! Stay low if you want to keep your face!
Right, we're hunted, but we got rid of most of the guards. So can we get away from the area? Who are we seeing there? Just a panicked individual. There's a guard who's on the move, but we're not at the scene anymore. So maybe we got away with that and we've cleared out some of the pesky guards that would get in our way.
Okay, what?
Right, folks are panicking. That's not necessarily a bad thing, because panicked civilians aren't great at seeing what's happening around them. Is there a balcony up there that we could throw the ice pick into her head from? Maybe.
Hey there.
So maybe we didn't need to murk those guards. We're compromised. Who's compromised us? Who knows what we are? A few of the guards do. Okay. Is that because they just spread the word before we took a few people down? Okay, I don't think we've made the situation any better there. Now, more guards are going to be flocking to this area.
I need help! Someone, I need help right now! Hey, I need help over here! Take safeties off.
Right, so now that guard knows who we are.
Hey,
Why do you know who we are?
I need backup here!
Yeah, come in, Central. I'm at the location now, and we're clear. Nothing going on here. Out.
Okay, so that's more dudes down. We're not getting any less compromised with all these people that we're murking. But maybe eventually it would bring down our guard from the upper floors. But I don't think we want to wait around for that to happen, because that could be a while away. So let's take a stroll. Whereabouts can we get to an upper floor? Are we just going to have to go inside and do it like a normal person with the stairs again? Let's see what happens if we come out onto this balcony. This does put us above our target. That's cool. There's also a few people in and around the area, and now she's off again.
You guys are so cool. Seriously.
So, there's a guard at the back there. He's got to go. I think all three of these people have to go. Is the guard going to change direction at any point so we can take him out before he can react? Maybe not.
What the?
Okay, problem solved. This room is now devoid of people who can snitch on us. Now maybe when our target comes out, again, she can get the old ice pick. And then we can worry about target number 3 upstairs. It'd be nice if we could see that we're aiming at the right person. There we go. Now let's go get our pick back before too much panic happens. I mean, it might be a bit late for that. Right. No one seems to care all that much. Good. Excuse us. Squish. Now, let's see. That guard
How do you read?
is just
Over.
going to body collection. Is there anyone else over here right now? Doesn't look like it. Well, no one who's alive enough to do anything anyway. So,
Whoa!
I need help.
there's another one down. This area is largely cleared of guards, I think. Now, target number 3 is up in the attic. So is there anywhere where we can get them? I feel like the answer's no. We might have to lure them down by just
I need help right now.
killing every other guard that comes into the area. If we kill everyone, he'll eventually be summoned, I think. We could pop up and have a look, though. That's the thing. Do we pop up and have a look? Or do we keep killing guards that come on out until we've whittled down their numbers? Maybe if I go upstairs and start a ruckus upstairs, that will lure them out quicker than trying to clear out pretty much every guard on the map. That seems like the sensible thing to do right now. What do you mean, go?
What?
Why does everyone suddenly know who I am?
Target is gone.
Man, I'm here now. The area's clear.
I'm gonna get you for this. Move to better position.
Okay, this hasn't worked out.
Whoa! Take him out! Roger. You alright? Hit! Answer me!
It might work out. Eventually. Now, we've still got our assault rifle. Maybe we should use up some of the ammo in that.
Suspects.
Because some of these guards might bring me more.
Move!
Yep, they're bringing me more. Now, you know who we are, but you're not moving. That's fine.
Go!
Oh, someone in there can shoot us, okay.
Newton is down! That's not Newton. That's Jack. I took one!
Right, this is getting sketchy.
He's on me! He's not going down easy.
No, I'm not. Submachine gun, perhaps.
He's aiming for the heads.
I'm aiming for whatever I can hit, my friends.
Cover!
Really wish they couldn't see me from in there. It seemed fine for a bit, but then I think I made it worse for myself by shooting out the window.
Where is he?
Right, a bit more assault rifle ammo, that's good.
Right there! Ah! Take him down with the Yep.
Yep, didn't need that flash.
Get it down!
So it doesn't blow out our man. This is not a defensible position. That's a little better, I guess. Yeah, we're extremely compromised.
Look out!
Yeah, didn't stand a chance, really. This gives us a moment, though, to grab a submachine gun. And we could do with another assault rifle while we're up here. No, that's a subby. There's an assault rifle. Good. Right, so it's still compromised. Our man is over there. He's got his gun out. But that's about it. No, is he coming? No, he's just roaming about. He's not fully aware of what's going on. No, she knows who we are. So, yeah, she's got to go. Aha, here comes an A guard. Maybe that means our man is going to approach. Although, they're on the other side of that door.
that a ghost? Check the air.
Alright.
Son of a bitch!
Yeah, you come on out. Good. Now maybe some of your friends will notice that you've fallen down in the doorway.
Location. Over.
We're getting there. We're getting there slowly but surely. And here comes our man. And he knows where the shots came from, because he's a clever boy.
Find him.
And there we go. Nice and easy. Nice and straightforward. And now we can bugger off. Fairly standard arms dealer type mission. Although it was more in this case because of the fresh air stipulations that it went to hell like that. But we came out the other side. And that will bring us to New Zealand. So, what's the plan for there? It is. Only use one disguise. That's fine. Explosive kill, procs, and eliminate guards, shotgun. Neutralize a lookout. That can also be done. Time trial can be done though, and that's more expensive. So, explosive kill, procs. I think would be best to throw a procs explosive at the head to knock them out, and then when someone goes over to rescue them, they get kaploded. So we don't need to worry too much about bringing all the guns, and we can afford to bring a silent shotgun this time. So we've got a silent chassis, we've got our proximity explosive. One disguise will just be a general guard disguise, I assume, and just in case things go tets, we can leave behind the silver baller and bring the assassin gun. Do we also leave behind the submachine gun? We've got a shotgun. If a shotgun by itself can't get us out of trouble, well, shotgun and pistol can't get us out of trouble, then we were just in too much trouble to begin with. Now let's go to Hawke's Bay.
Welcome to Singapore.
Oh, hello. Well, this changes things up mightily. I'd forgotten about the possibility that we would get Hantu rather than Hawke's Bay. And yet, that's exactly what's happened. Now. So,
Okay. Back to work.
Heavenly Guard outfit is good. But we haven't lured that guy down. There's a worker going over there. We're merely trespassing at this point. There's another Heavenly Guard. No, he's coming close. And he doesn't seem to want to hear that. But maybe he'll see the briefcase, and that's good enough for us.
Right.
We haven't bought any bonkers, really. That's less useful. But that's maybe fine. Because he's going to be looking at that. I'm kind of worried about these guys. But maybe we got away with that. Looks like we did. And here's the target. No less. Where are you going? What are you doing over here? Hat, black hair, glasses, earrings. Now, are you going to see this guy? And if you do, are you going to panic? Problem solved. Now, please do something obvious, like read a book. Seems unlikely, because there's nowhere to really read a book around here. We got anyone on the cargo ship? It's kind of hard to tell, because there is a map, but it's the Hawke's Bay map. It's just been used as that's the best we've got for now. Which is fine, it's better than nothing. No earring on that side. No necklace though, so you've either got a tattoo that I'm not seeing, or you've got an earring on this side. Is that an earring? Might have been. Ah, yeah, it's not you. Sneezer. Potential targets going up onto the ship. We've got 2 more potential targets in front of us though. Right, one's indoors, and they are drinking from a water bottle. Is that a tattoo on his hand? I think it is. I'm going to go ahead and rule him out. There we go. And yeah, he's eating food as well, just to be doubly sure. So, we might be looking at the ship suspects. But we've still got one over here to worry about. Black hair, earrings, glasses, dehydrated. She fits the bill. She reads a book. Yeah, it's her. Good. Now, let's see. How do we want to deal with her? Well, we know the how. It's just how do we get away with dealing with her? Yeah, you come this way, lady. Is she going to be the one who comes in?
Go and find out what that was.
No, she's not. But that's fine, because if that guy's coming in, and he's going to come back in a minute, right? Was that guy just standing there? No. Now, what's that other guy doing?
Sorry about that.
Now, we can throw this explosive at people's heads, that's good. But she's coming out here now. Maybe actually that's better for us. Maybe there's fewer people out here to worry about. Because yeah, I figured whatever I throw, she's going to ask someone else to deal with it. And she did. But if I can find somewhere quiet to knock her out. Now that guard's on the move. Typical. So she's just standing over there. She's going behind the lorry. Didn't even know she could do that. She's teaching me things. So there's just one guard there. I thought there were two that patrolled back and forth. But today I guess there's just one.
Oh my God!
It's a crime. You should go over and investigate. Pay no attention to that beeping sound that went off a moment ago. Jobs are good. Leader eliminated. Now a few people are going to try and flee the map, but that's fine. That's fewer people for us to just worry about wandering around and getting in the way, and that will give us more chance to shotgun some guards. Oh, hey Spire.
Hey, you need anything? I got some cool stuff.
Maybe
Thank
we
you.
do. What might we need? We could get our collector's lockpick back, that would be nice. But again, the general goal is buy cheap stuff first. We could get a mace for free though if we went to scale. So let's get the spooky bat. There goes a suspect just jogging leisurely to the exit. This is probably not the best time to be shotgunning random guards because it might cause chaos. And chaos just means less chance of knowing where anyone's going to be at any given moment. However, this guy seems to be pretty much out the way over here. There are cameras in the general vicinity though. Yeah, there's one. For example. Now, guards are still roaming about.
Yes, come on, I understand.
Body found. I think that's the guy we just shotgunned. I feel like the other guys had already been found a while ago. But we're clearly a long way away from any sort of criminal activity that may or may not have occurred. Now, are we able to get onto the ship at this point? Is the ship guard one of the people that ran to the exit with the suspects? Yeah, they are. Good. So let's head on to the ship. Because I think it's now been fixed. Apparently it was broken. I wasn't even 100% on that. But apparently now our friend Kevin has fixed the helicopter exit so it actually is doable. So it says you need a key. But I'm not sure how it was broken. I'm not sure if it's just that the key didn't spawn. Or what, basically. I almost forgot for a minute that we're doing the outdoor only challenge. I was thinking about bonking that guy. So I guess we might still not be able to use the chopper, depending on where the key is. It's a good thing I took out my target outdoors, because yeah, it completely slipped my mind. Maybe that guy's got the key. He looks like he might have. Right, let's blow up that guy. See if he had the key about his person.
God! Did you hear that? There was an explosion of...
No, it doesn't look like he did. We killed a man for no clear reason. And yeah, we should probably get back off the ship then, because if I don't know a guaranteed way of getting the helicopter key, then it's wise, I think, to bugger off before that enforcer down here comes back. Because we don't need him harshing our vibe. Let's just go and find a couple of other guards we can quietly take out. Near the exit that everyone was trying to run from, over there, is probably a good bet. Here come a couple of enforcers. So someone's dealt with that guy we shot over there. Whole lot of security around here. Security cameras, I should say. But yeah, we'd have to go indoors or back up onto the ship to deal with the cameras, so not going to happen. Now, security key card. Bartoli. We'll grab them. There's a camera. Maybe I should have left the Bartoli on the ground, just so a guard would come over and try and retrieve it. But alas, I've picked it up now. There is just the one guard here? Huh. I thought there'd be two. No massa. Oh, is that one coming over though? Maybe. Yeah, maybe there were two. One of them's coming back. Worried about dock workers seeing us if we just shotgun these guys. I'm also worried about who that man was roaming around over there.
Ah, that's annoying.
Be annoyed no longer, my friend. Oops. There's another guard just strolling over here who might have seen everything. Where are you going? Nowhere much. That's another perfect rundown. We'll just grab our spooky bat before we forget. And Hantu is pretty kind to us, all told. Oh, you're a courier. Nice. We'll leave you be. We'll head on our way, I think. And so, what prize are we going to claim today? A ducky rubber gun. A ducky rubber gun? A rubber ducky gun. A mediocre gun that we're not going to use. Now, we have got 6 levels to go, and there's a few places we haven't been, which is nice. We've still got Sapienza we haven't looked at. Hawke's Bay is still on the menu now. Mumbai. We've got Wick Creek still. We've got Mendoza, so we've got some friendly maps left, potentially. It's just a case of can we find them? Dartmoor, of course. So let's have a go through them all and see what we can find. None of these look particularly good. They've all either got Dubai, Berlin, or New York on them by the look of it. Except for that one. That one's got a couple of new maps. That one's got 3 maps we haven't seen before, in Dartmoor, Hokkaido, and Wick Creek. That might have to be the one, you know. That one's got Mendoza and Hokkaido, which we've not seen before. This one... no. This one's almost perfect. It's got potentially 4 maps we've not seen before. The only trouble is Berlin. Do we risk it? Do we risk PsyOps and potentially Berlin ruins our day? Do we save Berlin for the showdown and try and lure people outdoors with bones and whatnot? The only trouble with that is there is a way of getting people out of the club, and that's to just set off alarms and whatnot by just generally blowing up a whole bunch of stuff. But if we do that on a showdown, our targets are just going to leave through the blue door at the bottom of the club. So, let's give it a go. It's got a bunch of maps we've not seen. So we'll do PsyOps. Now, it turns out Berlin is alerted anyway. So our showdown is going to be either Hawke's Bay for realsies this time, Ambrose, or Sapienza. Sapienza is a good showdown map. It's possible we will have to save Berlin for the showdown, though. I really don't know. I do not know. Hokkaido and Mumbai, though, we definitely don't need to save them. So let's have a look. Don't get caught on camera, no combat, no witnesses. Eesh. That's all tricky. Silent Assassin, no firearms. I mean, if we're going for the other things, maybe that's going to have to be it. But then if a target's indoors, we're probably going to have to shoot them. So maybe, maybe collateral kill firearms. And no combat will probably have to go out the window. Maybe we bring a silent shotgun. And that will help us get a collateral kill. That seems like the best bet, I feel. Now, bring the usual trinkets. And let's go and see how friendly Mumbai is going to be on this challenge. And we're on the docks. Is that good for us? I was wondering who that guy was. I was like, why is there a second guy walking up to us in this cutscene?
I feel like I really stick out here.
And it turns out it's just a courier. You didn't see that. I mean, you did. But there we go. He's sleeping with the fishes now. Now, targets. Possibly mostly outdoors. Does the train yard count as outdoors? Don't think so. Oh, no combat's already broken. Whoops.
Hey, how are you?
Now, can the train yard cameras be shot from outdoors? Where else are there cameras on the map? Because we've got do not get caught on camera. Well, we can definitely get an outfit without too much trouble at the train yard. And we can take out that camera that's up there. Now, do we whip out our shotgun at this point? Or do we hold on to it? Depends how we climbable that is. That can be climbed without dropping the briefcase. So we can hold on to the shotgun for now. Right. Is this indoors? Feels kind of like it's indoors, you know. But then there's a big wide door there that's right wide open. So I feel like in the train carriages is indoors, but just standing around in the train yard is outdoors. That's my justification for doing this. I mean, look at that door. It's wide open. Now, our target is a lady who's just stood about there. Or is it? No, it's a dude. It's one of Vanya's servants, I think. Now, guards all over the shop around here. We're probably going to need to take out the elite guard as well. So this one can be just killed, I think.
Come on, don't give me shit right now.
Although there is a guy over there as well who might notice that. Yeah, people might have noticed that. Definitely not us though. No, we're over here. Suppose while we're doing this,
Where did the little punk go?
in for a penny.
He's not here. Anyone see him? You there. Someone's causing
Right, so that's a few guards out of the way. And no one seems to have really noticed that this guy's gone down, so let's chuck him in here out of sight, maybe. Or maybe let's just drag him over here out of sight. Right, dudes are out of sight. Guns are out of sight. Briefcase is retrieved. That lad. We want that lad's attention. Can we get him over here somewhere? I doubt it. I doubt he's going to hear this because it's too far away. Oh, hello. I honestly thought that was too far away. But no. I'll have to remember that next time I need one of these top guys' outfits. Now, you could potentially be part of a collateral firearm kill. So we'll just park you in here for now. Do we take your pants? It's probably wise, I think. Probably can't hurt, at the very least. And then we've always got them for later. Even if that guy gets found and scoops up again, we've got them for later. Who else might notice if we lure out our friend? You might. But are you going to bugger off again?
Something's going down, I think. Lots of weird ass sounds here.
Yeah, you go look at these weird ass sounds. Oh, who saw that?
You hear me? We've got a dangerous...
No, we haven't. We haven't got dangerous anything. Now, I worry that that guy's going to get spotted pretty quickly. Let's do our thing if we can. Right, they're pretty much head to head. That's good. Let's grab our shotgun. There we go, collateral firearms out of the way. It's always a bit iffy. It's always a bit, ooh, am I going to actually get the job done or not? But no, it worked out this time. So that's collateral firearms. No witnesses are still solid. Now, slum alleyway. If our targets are in public areas, we might be best off changing back to our suit. But if we want to use guns and whatnot, then maybe not. But then if we want to use guns in front of other people, then we're going to get compromised. So again, maybe the suit's better. But then we might want to lure him into a private corner by being all suspicious up in his face. And for that, guard outfit's better. Where are they? Is he having a pish? He's having a pish. Oh, he's having a pish in that shed. He's coming back this way. Okay, let's be unsubtle about things. Let's target 2 down. Now, target 3 is in the Crow back alley. So maybe a Crow outfit would be nice, just to get in there. Maybe we have a sniff around though, see what's what. Alright, so there's a Crow coming our way. So let's maybe sneak around the side. Could probably shoot them from the roof and get away with it. Although now they have gone upstairs, so yeah. They're an up and downstairs kind of guy. They're leaning over something in a tempting fashion. Okay, someone saw us. That's what happens when you get unsubtle with things. Do we try and eliminate the witnesses? Or do we just try and leave the area? 5 witnesses now. Yeah. Something tells me we're not getting rid of the witnesses. But I'm kind of in a hurry now, otherwise this episode's going to be like 4 hours long. Yeah, number of witnesses is still rising, so we'll just
You got cash?
stop in with
I
supplier
might have
friend,
something to sell.
Sure.
and then we'll get back on the boat that we took to get here. Now, ancestral assault rifle. 5 wire is actually useful though. And we can fit all this in our pockets, and then we can just grab another shotgun. And on the boat we go. Not the most satisfying trip to Mumbai, but we got the job done, and we stayed outdoors in the process. Still up and down about Berlin, whether or not we should try it now. Yeah, I think we'll do Hawke's Bay next. We'll see if we can actually get Hawke's Bay this time rather than Hansu. We will do what? Timed hide and seek? That's kind of indoorsy. Collateral kill accident? There's probably some propane around and about. And let's see what else we might want to bring. Blind guard, poison target. No witnesses. I mean, it's a pretty small map, so if we need to, we can ensure that there's no witnesses. Without costing ourselves too many mercers in the process. Maybe we'll also bring a better gun to help us in that regard. Maybe we bring 2 better guns. Because I've seen some terrifying versions of Hawke's Bay where everyone's an enforcer. And we don't want that. Okay, it's daytime. I think that means it must be the politician. Sight range on these guards is horrible. But we're not in any trouble just yet. This guy is probably far away from nearly everyone, so he could be a good target for grabbing an outfit. There we go. Let's pull him back into the grass before we change into his pants. Because, yeah, the guard's sight range is like worse than Haven's. So there we go. We are now a guard. That will reduce but not eliminate the number of enforcers on the map. Where are our targets? Of course, most of them are in the house. Bodyguard, John Doe, Barbara E. Keating, and Nat Ivers. So one of them is the politician. I think step 1 might be get a propane. Although, who stands close? Does anyone stand close to Barbara when she's having a smoko on her balcony? Because that's the thing she does. If someone stands next to her while she's doing it, that's a collateral accident out of the way. So maybe we've solved that problem already. Although, it would also be nice to get a propane tank just to be on the safe side. There's Babs, working on a laptop. There's a propane, good. Could come in handy. Yes, we go and find old bodyguard and see what we can do. There's 2 of them over there together. See if we can't get a side-on view of the propane tank. Oh dear, target eliminated. Yeah. I have some knowledge of the map, and... Okay, it wasn't collateral accident, but it is a target down. That's the main thing. Makes for a very easy silent assassin. Suit only. On the elusive target proper. Right, I just want you two to go back to your routine, please. It was just an accident. They're known to happen every now and again. Okay, our friends have chilled. They're going to get back together, I hope. Theoretically, I could probably have knocked one out, dragged another to them, and done all that gubbins, but I'd just rather not if I can avoid it, because, like I say, the sight lines are horrible. And I don't know exactly how far various people can see on this level. Right, are you two going to hook up again together? You're going to synchronize? Or am I going to have to slow you down a bit?
Oh, your breath stinks.
Whatevs, mate. Just synchronize your movements a bit more, please. Timing could be tricky, but I'm going to go for it. No, they're too far apart, right?
Whoa!
Yeah, they're too far apart.
He has to be. Find him. Understood.
That only knocks out one of our targets, unfortunately. Now, I don't know if I'm going to have any opportunities now
Yeah, I'm here now.
for collateral accident at this stage.
Over. Holy shit!
So let's just go and have a look, shall we? Although, is that another target?
Stay alert.
Yeah, one of our other targets has moved outdoors. Which is nice. Explosive baseball. It's not exactly an accident. But it will get the job done.
Yeah, it looks like an accident. Over. Shit, that was loud. Get ready,
Okay.
boys. We're moving in.
It'll get the job done if it hits. Which it did not. Oh, did I miss him? Or did that just not count because he is too busy doing something? God damn it. I hate the way that works.
Say what? Central, we got some nut job flinging all kinds of crap at me. Hold on.
Yeah, you pick up the phone at least.
Alrighty.
If we can't poison you, at least we'll flash you. Then maybe we'll take out that guy just because. We want to eliminate any possibility of witnesses and whatnot.
Anybody there? Come in.
Also, what's in here? Just a folding knife and a hackle. That's no help. I was kind of hoping for a lethal syringe of some sort, or just a syringe of some sort. Yeah, I don't think we're going to do well on objectives this time. It might just be a case of shoot everyone and leave like it was in Mumbai. Well,
Man, I've got
means
someone on the ground.
kind of crunch everyone and leave in Mumbai, but either way, let's move on with our lives. No witnesses still, which is good. Our target's moving up and down the stairs. Someone else is coming downstairs because they heard some of those gunshots. Which means they're about to find some bodies.
You're trying to kill me. I need.
Yeah, that's going to alert someone else to come down, I think, because I heard some more gunshots. The fact that they're all super alerted on this map is kind of going against them, because it's just drawing them in from everywhere. People are finding bods, that's for sure. Ah, here comes our last target. Good. 'Cause yeah, at this point, I'm just tired. Let's just go
Come
home.
on, do you read? We've got
Oh, he's
multiple
jigging.
casualties here. I think it's the same guy.
Yeah, it is. It's this guy. Now, Poison Guard has gone because of the whole Bailey with the Seeker. No witnesses is intact though. Now, where does one get car keys? Did Barbara drop them? Or are they just in the house somewhere? Oh, Pisk.
Executive command, but nothing so far.
Of course I ran into a camera. That's... No witnesses gone then, because we can't get the camera without going indoors.
Roger, command, Wilco. Nope.
Now everyone's sus. We might still be able to retrieve Poison Guard, depending on
Boot up.
what our supplier friend has to offer. Yeah, that was just amateurish, running in front of the camera like that. Remote explosive. That's not a remote emetic I was kind of hoping for. But we'll take the Ancestral Shotgun as well, because we can afford it. A lot like Mumbai, really. Not very smooth, not many challenges done. But we got a couple of perfect runs at the start of the vid, so that's fine, I guess. So there we go, 4 more missions complete, 4 to go. Still really worried about that alerted Berlin. I should have probably just restarted the game a few times to get a better selection of maps, but alas, we didn't do that. Now we've got to cross that bridge when we come to it. And that'll be next episode, so until then, thanks for watching, friends.